Hey there, it's Julie Hutchison here from Think, Be, Do Leadership, and today we're talking about Texperts. I did make that name up, but I think it's a really good name. And Texpert Leaders is the order of the day, and I'm going to explain that because, yes, like I said, I made it up, but it's a very particular person that I'm talking about, and that's somebody who has turned into a leader who was a technical expert in their field, somebody who is technically amazing at what they do, but is now in a leadership position. Well, not but is now in a leadership position, but and is now in a leadership position. That's what I want to talk about today. And the two biggest pitfalls I think that can come out of moving into a leadership role, probably staying in that leadership role, but moving into that leadership role of the situation you find yourself in from having gone from somebody who's doing the do and being responsible for, producing work to suddenly, no, well, that's not my job anymore. I'm meant to be managing this team of people and I'm meant to be inspiring other people. But in my head, I'm still the technical expert. Does that make sense? So we're going to talk about today, and the reason I'm talking about this is because it comes up a lot. But yesterday I was talking to the most loveliest guy, and he was telling me all about how he feels about his new leadership role, and he was like, "It's like I'm on the other side now," and I was the one who was like moaning about the the leadership team and why are they getting us to do this when we want to be perfect in the in the code that we're writing or whatever it might be. And now I'm on the other side, and now I can see why this is a problem. But now I want to get in there and help them, but I can't articulate why I need to be talking like the boring people, as he was telling me, because he's now on the other side. And this is the thing when you come into leadership from a technical expert position, is that you've got to change your mindset. Because if you don't, you're going to run into these two problems. And so the first one is being able to trust your team and trust those people around you to do a good job. Because when you know loads about what it is that you did before, or maybe you're still doing a little bit of it, when you know a lot and you are the expert, the problem is you're then tempted to dive back in whenever there's an issue, or even if there's not, you're tempted to micromanage, and so you don't trust other people to be as good as you can, you are or were, and you then just get in the way instead of allowing them to step up. And what happens is when you make it impossible for them to step up, then they lose the enthusiasm. They also lose the skill to be able to make good decisions or to design something amazing, because they end up relying on you to do that for them still, when it's not your job, it's theirs. And so they lose those skills, they get de-skilled, and then you can't step away from it and work on the strategy or whatever it is you're meant to be doing. You end up being pulled back in because you can't trust them to make those good decisions or design good things. And so they get demotivated, and they get to the point where they don't really want to be there, because what's the purpose of them if you're the one who's coming in and fiddling with things all the time? And because you know so much, you're probably right, but you're not leveraged. You're not leveraging the people and the skill that you have in front of you. You're not growing it and leveraging it. You're just relying on your knowledge still. So it's a waste of time having the team if you're the one who's still going to bring sort of pick around and not trust them. And so trust is massive, and it comes out of that massive knowledge that you have, and also it comes out of this second point, which is really I think common, and that is perfectionism, is believing that you need to know and be able to do everything, and that things need to be absolutely perfect. Again, I was having a conversation with the same lovely chap actually, who was saying how his sales manager was saying, look, I need something that I can actually sell. I don't need something to be to the nth degree, and designed to the nth degree of perfection. I need something that works, is stable, and that I can sell. the lovely chap was telling me how he was torn between this perfectionism that he was able to I don't know, utilize in when he wasn't in a leadership position. But now he understands how that can actually hold him back in terms of product, but also in terms of himself, because this need for perfectionism in others, in products, and in ourselves means that we end up feeling a little bit like an imposter because we feel like we need to know everything, we need to be capable of everything, and we need to be able to do everything. So one, it leads us to digging in and doing everything as well. But it also makes us feel um, not good enough, because if we've got to be perfect and we don't feel that we are because we don't know everything, we start beating ourselves up, and then we lose confidence as a leader. But the silly thing is that actually we're not supposed to know everything. As I said before, we're supposed to leverage what we have in front of us, the resources, the whether it be product or team, we need to leverage. We're not there to be the glowing, all-seeing eye. We are there to grow our team and leverage that team. So we have these problems, but we don't need to do this. We need to be able to be confident and comfortable being more vulnerable and open and utilizing the skills of the people that are in front of us. Because if we say, well, I don't know the answer, what do you think, Bob? Then Bob's going to step up and say something. So we give them the ability to make decisions. We give them the ability to feel good and to learn and to grow and to do a good job, which means that they're happier. They're going to do a far better job in the long run, as well as just now. So these things stop Texperts, I think, more than other people, because they feel like they need to be good and they feel like everybody else needs to be able to do it perfectly, and they get involved and they try and make everything perfect. So you don't need to do that. You need to be able to leverage the people that you have, and you need to be able to accept that it's your role now as leader, not as doer. That doesn't mean you don't ever do anything, but it means that you have a change in your mindset of what you're there for and who you need to be, rather than what you need to do. So I hope that makes sense. That's it for today. Short and sweet on Texperts. If you have any questions or you have any comments, please put them in the comment box there and say hello. That would be really nice just to hear from you. And if you want to talk to me because you are a Texpert, or you're a leader that's from a technical background that has come into leadership position, then give us a shout, because what we do with the Texpert issue is that we work on your impact on people and on the business. We look at how you show up as a leader. We look at your communication. We look at your ability to leverage the team in front of you, and we coach you to do that. We have a coaching program called the CTO Impact Accelerator, and we'd be very happy to talk to you about that and how you can get involved. So give us a shout. Take care.